You did not come across this message by chance. There is an urgent need in the spiritual world for me to speak to you directly, and Saint Michael the Archangel has sent me to reveal something that you need to know immediately. Your body has been showing signs that you have dismissed as normal aspects of modern life. You call them insomnia, muscle tension, and that strange feeling in your chest that mainly appears during the early hours of the morning. However, I can see beyond what your eyes can perceive, and what is happening to you is neither natural nor a coincidence. It is something that you must not ignore. A battle is raging in the invisible realm, and your physical body has become a battlefield. The enemy of souls has planted seeds of discomfort and malaise that conventional medicine cannot explain, but which make perfect sense when viewed spiritually. Saint Michael the Archangel, the heavenly warrior who commands the angelic hosts, has observed every move in this silent war, and today he authorizes me to reveal what has been hidden from you. This is not just a matter of physical health, but a spiritual issue that must be addressed at its root before it manifests irreversibly. Have you noticed how your body reacts strangely whenever you get closer to the sacred? When you try to pray more often, when you decide to change your habits or begin to seek a life more aligned with higher purposes, you experience inexplicable pains, deep fatigue, and a feeling of heaviness that you cannot identify. This is no coincidence. It is a reaction from the dark world to someone awakening to their true spiritual identity. The adversary knows that if you discover who you really are and connect completely with your mission of light, he will lose significant territory in your life and the lives of those around you. This is why he uses subtle, almost imperceptible strategies to undermine your vital energy. He has planted a constant sense of alertness in your nervous system, making you feel as though something bad is about to happen. He has interfered with your sleep patterns, causing you to wake up in the middle of the night with your heart racing for no apparent reason. He has created silent inflammations in your body that do not show up clearly on tests, but which you feel as constant discomfort, as if your own body were working against you. However, Saint Michael the Archangel will not allow this strategy to succeed. He brought me to you because the time for revelation has come, the moment of divine intervention. You are not created to live a life limited by vague symptoms, constant fears, and an inexplicable feeling of vulnerability. You were created to be a powerful channel of light and a force for transformation in this world. That is why you have been the target of such specific and persistent attacks. As you hear these words, there is movement happening in the spiritual world. Archangel Michael is positioning his angelic legions around you to create a protective enclosure that will prevent negative forces from accessing your energy field. The discomfort you have been feeling will subside, the strange symptoms will make sense, and you will understand that you were not imagining things or exaggerating. You were under spiritual attack, and today that attack is being neutralized. Listen carefully. Your body is a sacred temple and a dwelling place of the divine. As such, it deserves to be treated with reverence and protected by heavenly powers. Every cell in your body responds to higher forces, and every organ can be restored by angelic authority. Every system can return to functioning in perfect harmony with intervention from above. Saint Michael the Archangel has come not only to protect you, but also to completely restore everything that has been damaged by the spiritual attacks you have suffered. Before I continue this revelation, I need you to do something very important. Write this mantra in the comments. Saint Michael the Archangel protects me from all invisible evil. This will seal your energy with angelic power, preventing any shadow from interfering with your health. In doing so, you will be declaring your alliance with the heavenly forces and activating a protective shield that will remain active for as long as you need it. Now that you have activated your angelic protection, I am going to reveal something more specific about what has been happening to you. Saint Michael the Archangel has shown me that someone very close to you, someone you trust, has been sending negative energy your way. This is not necessarily out of conscious malice, but rather due to envy, jealousy, or deep dissatisfaction with their own life, which manifests as toxic energy directed at those who seem to be better off. This person could be a family member, a colleague, or even someone you consider a friend. What you need to understand is that our aura, our energy field, is like a sponge that absorbs vibrations from the environment. When we spend a lot of time with people who carry resentment or frustration and are not at peace with themselves, we absorb some of that emotional charge. This manifests itself in the physical body in very specific ways, such as unexplained headaches, a feeling of heaviness in the chest, irritability for no reason, and tiredness that does not go away even after resting. Saint Michael the Archangel has been watching how you have tried to be strong for everyone around you, how you have taken on emotional responsibilities that do not belong to you, and how you have supported people who drain your energy without realizing it. You wake up thinking about other people's problems. You lose sleep worrying about situations you cannot control. You carry an emotional weight that belongs to other people. This has created a deep imbalance in your nervous and immune systems and your entire energy structure. But there is something even more serious that I need to reveal. Saint Michael the Archangel has shown me that words are being spoken against you at certain times. These are not necessarily conscious curses or hexes, but rather comments loaded with negative energy. They are criticisms made behind your back and judgments verbalized by people who should support you. These words create a kind of spiritual fog around you and a heavy atmosphere that directly interferes with your physical vitality. Have you noticed how you feel when you are in certain environments? Does your body react strangely when you are in the presence of certain people? This is not excessive sensitivity. It is spiritual sensitivity. You are picking up frequencies that most people cannot perceive. You can feel the interference happening on the invisible plane in your physical body. Archangel Michael told me that this is a gift, a capacity for spiritual discernment that you possess. However, you need to learn how to use it safely. This is why he is currently creating an energy filter around you. Imagine a golden light bubble completely surrounding your body, your home, and your work environment. This bubble allows only positive energies to reach you, automatically blocking any vibrations that are not based on love, peace, and positivity. Any negative words spoken against you will be neutralized before they reach you. The energies of envy, jealousy, and resentment will dissolve the moment they approach your aura. Now write in the comments, "My energy is sacred and protected by Saint Michael." This statement will strengthen the spiritual filter being created around you and activate a protective frequency that will remain active permanently. Saint Michael the Archangel also revealed something to me about your family's ancestry. There are patterns of illness that repeat themselves in your family, both genetically and through spiritual inheritances passed down through the generations. These include fears, anxieties, and tendencies to somatize emotional problems in the physical body. You may have noticed that you face certain health issues that your parents, grandparents, and other family members also faced. This is no coincidence. It is a spiritual pattern that must be broken. You have been chosen to break this negative chain. Archangel Michael told me that you have the necessary spiritual authority to break these cursed inheritances and establish a new lineage of health, prosperity, and peace within your family. However, in order to do so, you must first be completely healed, restored, and freed from anything that has hindered your vitality. If this message touches your soul deeply, and you feel that it resonates with your reality, please consider supporting this mission by clicking "Thank you very much." This kind gesture enables us to continue sharing revelations like this with people who, like you, need to recognize the spiritual factors that influence physical health. The healing process that Archangel Michael is initiating in you is generational as well as individual. Each symptom being healed represents an ancestral chain being broken. Each restoration taking place in your body represents a new possibility of health for your descendants. You are not just being healed for yourself. You are being healed to usher in a new era of well-being for your entire family line. Follow me, because the most powerful revelations are yet to come. Saint Michael the Archangel has something very specific that he needs you to know about what has been happening at night. You have been waking up several times in the early hours of the morning, particularly between 2 a.m. and 4 a.m., sensing a strange presence and feeling as though you are not alone, even when you are physically alone. Sometimes you feel a heaviness in your chest. Sometimes you feel as though someone is watching you. And sometimes you simply feel an inexplicable anxiety take hold of you at that specific time of night. I need you to understand that these awakenings did not occur randomly at this time. Between 2 and 4 a.m., is when the veil between the spiritual and physical worlds is at its thinnest, and the activities of the invisible world are at their most intense. During this period, negative entities trying to access your energy encounter less natural resistance from your energy field, which is more relaxed due to sleep. Archangel Michael has revealed to me that there have been constant attempts to invade your energy field and plant seeds of fear, anxiety, and negative thoughts in your subconscious mind during this period. This explains many things you have been experiencing. Why do you wake up feeling tired, even after getting enough sleep? Why have your dreams been heavy and confusing, and sometimes even nightmares? Why do you feel like you can't truly rest, even when your body is still? It is because a spiritual battle has been raging while you sleep, a dispute for access to your vital energy, your inner peace, and your emotional stability. Saint Michael the Archangel showed me that you are a person of prayer, even though you don't pray in a traditional way. There are moments when your heart turns to the sacred, when you seek higher answers and ask for protection and guidance. This is precisely why you have become a priority target for forces that do not want you to realize your full spiritual potential. The closer you get to the light, the more intense the attacks on your peace, health, and stability become. But today, that changes completely. Archangel Michael is positioning guardian angels to watch over you while you sleep. From tonight onwards, an angelic presence will be at your bedside when you lie down, creating a protective field to prevent any negative interference during your rest. You will start to have revealing dreams, dreams that provide guidance, dreams that heal old traumas, dreams that strengthen your connection with the divine. Now write in the comments, "My sleep is protected by angels of light." This statement activates the nighttime protection that Saint Michael the Archangel is providing for you, ensuring that your rest is truly restorative. I also need to reveal something about your relationship with mirrors. Have you been avoiding looking at your reflection lately? Have you felt a sense of strangeness when you see your reflection? This is not vanity or insecurity. It is a spiritual perception that your auric energy has been disturbed. When our energy is out of balance and we are experiencing spiritual attacks, this is literally reflected in our appearance. Our eyes lose their sparkle, our skin loses its vitality, and our expression takes on a weight that we cannot explain. Archangel Michael told me that you are naturally a radiant person, and that your original energy is luminous and attractive. However, this light has been overshadowed by the negative interference you have experienced. People close to you may have commented that you look tired or worried, or that you look different from how you used to. They are not imagining things. They can see on a physical level the consequences of the spiritual attacks you have been facing. However, a complete restoration of your auric energy is currently taking place. Saint Michael the Archangel is removing all the layers of negative energy that have accumulated around you and dissolving all the interference that has been obscuring your natural light. Within a few days, your loved ones will start to notice that you look better, seem more rested, and have a brighter, more positive aura. Have you also noticed that you are more sensitive to noise, bright lights, and crowds? Have you found yourself preferring to stay at home or in other more controlled environments because you feel that your energy disperses easily in busy places? This is another sign that your energy field has been vulnerable and has easily absorbed vibrations from your surroundings. Archangel Michael told me that this is only temporary, a consequence of the attacks you have suffered, but it will be completely reversed. He is creating an energy shield around you that will enable you to move freely again without feeling drained or affected by external energies. You will enjoy being with people again, feel comfortable in social settings, and have the energy for activities that have lately seemed exhausting. Your spiritual sensitivity will remain, but it will be protected, turning it into a gift rather than a vulnerability. What is happening to you is a profound transformation, a complete purification of your energy, and a total restoration of your original vitality. Archangel Michael is not just healing symptoms. He is restoring your essence, your light, and your life force in all their fullness. Archangel Michael has revealed something very specific to me about your work environment or professional activities. There is someone in this environment who is jealous of your potential, your abilities, and how you deal with challenges. They may not show it openly and may even appear cordial, but they harbor feelings of competition and resentment towards you internally. These feelings generate a heavy energy that you have been absorbing unconsciously. You may have noticed that you feel more tired on days when you have to spend more time in that environment, or that certain pains appear when you are with that person. This is not a coincidence. It is the direct result of negative energy being directed at you. Archangel Michael showed me that this person speaks negatively about you in your absence, questions your abilities, and sows seeds of doubt about you or your work in others. However, he also revealed to me that this is about to change dramatically. The angelic protection being established around you will completely reverse this situation. The negative words spoken against you will return to their source. The envious energy directed at you will be reflected back to its source. You will shine even brighter in your professional environment, and everyone will see that something special is happening in your life. Archangel Michael is preparing a career elevation for you, an unexpected growth opportunity. This could be a promotion, a new job opportunity, or public recognition of your abilities. Whatever form it takes, it will make it clear to everyone around you that you are under special protection and that higher forces are working in your favor. Now, write in the comments, "Saint Michael opens paths of prosperity in my life." In this statement will activate the professional blessing being prepared for you and accelerate the process of recognition and growth to come. I also have something to reveal about your financial situation. Have you been experiencing a period of economic hardship or constant financial worries? Do you feel that no matter how hard you try, something always comes up that consumes your resources? Do you always have unexpected expenses? Do you always have financial pressure that prevents you from having the peace of mind you desire? This is no coincidence. It is the result of spiritual interference that has blocked your channels of prosperity. Archangel Michael has shown me that some of your ancestors took vows of poverty and held limiting beliefs about money, believing that spiritual people should not have material abundance. These beliefs have become spiritual inheritances passed down through the generations, creating energy blocks that prevent prosperity from flowing freely into your life. You may have noticed that other members of your family also face recurring financial difficulties, and that there seems to be a pattern of economic limitation repeating itself. However, you have been chosen to break this cycle of limitation. Archangel Saint Michael is removing all the ancestral blocks that have prevented abundance from reaching you. He is dissolving old vows, undoing spiritual ties, and opening channels of prosperity that have been blocked for generations. Within a few weeks, you will begin to notice significant changes in your financial situation. Unexpected opportunities will arise. Resources you never imagined will become available, and sources of income that seemed impossible will materialize. If this revelation stirs you deeply and you feel that it connects with your reality, please consider supporting this mission by clicking "Thank you." This simple gesture will help us to continue bringing messages of liberation and prosperity to people who, like you, deserve to live in abundance. Archangel Michael also revealed to me that someone of the opposite sex will soon enter your life, and they will play a key role in your healing and growth journey. They may appear unexpectedly and could be someone you meet in a professional, spiritual, or social context. However, there will be an immediate sense of recognition and familiarity, as if you already know each other from other dimensions. They will bring emotional healing to wounded areas of your life, inspiration to stagnant projects, and an energy of complementarity that has been missing from your journey. While it may not necessarily be a romantic relationship, it will definitely be a soul-to-soul connection that will transform important aspects of your existence. Archangel Michael told me that this person is currently undergoing a process of purification and spiritual elevation, so that you can meet at the perfect moment. Prepare your heart for this new phase of your life, a phase in which you will no longer be alone on your spiritual journey. A phase in which you will have someone who understands your sensitivity, values your gifts, and supports your higher purposes. Saint Michael the Archangel is orchestrating all the details to ensure this encounter happens naturally and harmoniously. I now need to reveal something delicate about your family of origin and long-standing dynamics that have deeply affected your emotional and physical health. Saint Michael the Archangel has shown me that there is someone in your family with a domineering personality who has always tried to control your decisions and choices and how you live your life. This person may be a parent or sibling, but they have never fully accepted who you are, and have always tried to mold you according to their own expectations. This has created a constant feeling of inadequacy in you, excessive sensitivity to the opinions of others, and a tendency to question your own perceptions and intuitions. You grew up believing that you had to please everyone to be accepted, that your needs and desires were less important than those of others, and that expressing your true personality could result in rejection or conflict. This has created a deep internal tension that manifests in your body as muscle contractions, back pain, digestive problems, and anxiety. Archangel Michael has revealed to me that you have a very specific life mission, a purpose that only you can fulfill. But this mission requires you to free yourself completely from family expectations and manipulation. You need to learn to honor your inner voice, trust your spiritual perceptions, and make choices based on your conscience, not what others expect of you. This does not mean that you must cut family ties, but it does mean that you must establish clear, energetic boundaries to protect your individuality and your mission. There are also family secrets that have been kept hidden, and situations from the past that have been ignored, but continue to affect the family environment. Archangel Michael told me that you are sensitive to picking up on these hidden energies, and that you have always sensed that there were things left unsaid and truths unrevealed. However, you learned not to question them in order to maintain superficial peace. This not rocking the boat attitude has taken a heavy toll on your mental and emotional health. Right now, Saint Michael the Archangel is illuminating these dark areas, dissolving the toxic secrets that have poisoned the family environment, and creating space for truths to be revealed in a healing, non-destructive way. You may begin to gain insights into past situations and understand family behaviors that never made sense before. You may also see connections between old dynamics and current problems. Saint Michael the Archangel also revealed something to me about your relationship with motherhood or fatherhood. If you already have children, you have been overly concerned about passing on the same traumas and limitations that you experienced in your own family. If you don't have children yet, you may have fears about your ability to be a good parent. These fears are understandable, but unfounded, because you are breaking patterns that will ensure you become a healing presence in your family's history. He showed me that you have a great natural capacity to nurture and welcome, and to offer unconditional love, which you may not have received fully as a child. Your sensitivity, which you sometimes see as a weakness, is actually your greatest strength as a caregiver. You will be able to offer your children, or any children you meet, a loving and respectful presence that can heal generations of family wounds. If you are already a parent, Saint Michael the Archangel wants you to know that your children were specifically sent to you because you have the necessary gifts to help them fulfill their life's purpose. Any difficulties you have faced in raising them, and any behavioral or emotional challenges they may present, are all part of a larger family healing process taking place through your lineage. There is one child in particular, perhaps your own child or a child close to you, who has shown a sensitivity that adults around them may see as difficult or complicated. Saint Michael the Archangel told me that this child is a highly evolved being of light who chose to be born into your family to help everyone to grow spiritually. They need understanding, not correction, validation of their sensitivity, not attempts to toughen them up for the world. You have a very important role in protecting and nurturing this special child. Your own journey of healing and spiritual awakening is directly connected to your ability to provide them with the loving, understanding environment they need to flourish. Saint Michael the Archangel is preparing you to be the protective adult you wished you had had as a child, an adult who sees, understands, and validates sensitivity as a gift, not a problem. Saint Michael the Archangel wants you to understand something very important about the period you are currently experiencing. You have been feeling as if you are at a crossroads and need to make important decisions, but you are not sure which direction to take. You have been feeling restless inside, as if your current life is not aligned with who you really are. At the same time, you are afraid to make changes because you do not know exactly what you want or where to go. This confusion is not a lack of wisdom on your part. It is the result of spiritual interference trying to prevent you from aligning with your true purpose. Archangel Michael has revealed to me that you are coming to the end of a significant cycle of preparation, purification, and development of spiritual abilities you were unaware you possessed. You are now about to enter a new cycle, one of manifestation, fulfillment, and accomplishing your life's mission. However, to make this transition smoothly and powerfully, you must trust your intuition completely and learn to distinguish between the voice of fear and that of inner wisdom. Archangel Michael is enhancing your spiritual perception so that you can clearly receive guidance from above and no longer be confused by external voices that try to limit you and keep you in situations that do not match your potential. You have a special gift for perceiving things that others do not see, feeling energies and having insights about situations and people. This gift has caused you confusion because you live in a world that neither values nor understands spiritual sensitivity. You have learned to distrust your own perceptions and think that you are imagining things. You have tried to fit into a society that denies the reality of the invisible world. However, Archangel Michael wants you to know that this gift is real and valuable and will be one of your main tools in fulfilling your life's mission. You have been given these special abilities because you are destined to serve as a bridge between the spiritual and physical worlds, bringing guidance and healing to those who are lost in confusion and pain. Saint Michael the Archangel has also revealed to me that you have a strong natural healing ability, whether through words, presence, prayer, or the laying on of hands. You may not have received any formal training in this area and may never have considered yourself a healer, but a powerful energy flows through you. When you are genuinely present with someone who is suffering, people feel better after talking to you. They feel more hopeful, empowered, and connected to their inner light. This healing ability will extend far beyond individual conversations. Saint Michael the Archangel is preparing you to touch the lives of many people, perhaps through writing, public speaking, or some form of art or creative expression. You have a very specific message to share with the world, a message born from your experiences of pain and transformation, a message that will comfort people going through similar situations. If this revelation touches your heart deeply, and you feel there is truth in these words, please consider supporting this mission by clicking "Thank you." Your support will help us continue spreading messages of awakening and healing to people who, like you, are discovering their gifts and life's purpose. I also need to reveal something about your relationship with money and abundance. You have a subconscious belief that spiritual people should live simply, and that seeking material prosperity is incompatible with spiritual development. This belief has caused you a great deal of inner conflict, because although you want to have the means to live with dignity and help others, you feel guilty for wanting these things. Saint Michael the Archangel wants you to understand that material prosperity, when sought for noble purposes, is a divine blessing. In order to fulfill your life mission properly, you need resources. In order to have the peace of mind necessary to develop your spiritual gifts, you need financial stability. And in order to be generous to those in need, you need abundance. Poverty is not synonymous with spirituality, just as wealth is not synonymous with materialism. Saint Michael is removing all the limiting beliefs that have blocked your channels of prosperity and preparing specific opportunities for you to monetize your gifts in an ethical and abundant way. You will discover ways to transform your sensitivity, healing ability, and spiritual wisdom into sources of income that provide for your needs and allow you to live in the abundance befitting your divine mission. We have now reached the most important part of this revelation. Archangel Michael has authorized me to share something with you that will change your perspective on everything you have experienced up to this point. Everything you have faced, all the difficulties, challenges, and pain, were not coincidences or punishments. They were specific preparations for your current situation, designed to develop your compassion, resilience, wisdom, and spiritual strength in order to fulfill your true mission in this world. You are what we call an old soul, someone who has experienced many things in different dimensions and has chosen to incarnate at this moment in human history because you have the unique ability to help with the planetary transformation taking place. Your sensitivity is not a weakness but a spiritual antenna that enables you to receive information inaccessible to others. Your difficulties were not bad luck. They were intensive training to prepare you for future challenges. Saint Michael the Archangel revealed to me that, in the future, people in difficult situations will seek you out. They will be going through deep crises and have lost hope. They will need the kind of guidance and healing that only someone who has experienced intense situations like yours can offer. You will become a source of light for those in darkness and a beacon of hope for those who have lost their way. However, for this to happen in the most powerful way possible, you must complete your own healing and integration process. This means completely forgiving everyone who has hurt you, releasing all resentment, and making peace with all aspects of your history that you wish had been different. Not because these people deserve forgiveness, but because you deserve freedom. Not because what happened was right, but because holding on to hurt limits your ability to transform. Archangel Michael is creating opportunities for these forgiveness processes to happen naturally. People from your past may reappear in your life, not to cause more pain, but to provide opportunities for closure, clarification, and mutual release. Situations that have been left unresolved can finally be resolved. Old misunderstandings can finally be cleared up. There is also a special revelation about your spiritual ancestors. You are not alone on this journey. Highly evolved beings of light have been accompanying you for a long time, subtly interfering in your life to protect you in difficult moments, open doors at the right time, and send the right people at the right moment. You may sometimes have felt that there was an invisible hand helping you, and that certain coincidences were too profound to be mere chance. Your intuition was correct. Archangel Michael told me that you have a very powerful spiritual team working on your behalf. This team is composed not only of angels, but also of ascended masters, luminous ancestors from your own lineage and beings from other dimensions, who recognize the importance of your earthly mission. This team will work with you even more intensely as you awaken fully to who you really are. As you connect more deeply with this spiritual team, your intuitive abilities will expand further still. You will receive clear guidance on important decisions, have prophetic dreams that provide relevant information, and notice signs and synchronicities that confirm you are on the right path. Your life will become a conscious collaboration between you and the heavenly forces that support you. The transformation that is beginning in your life right now is not just personal. It is part of a much larger planetary transformation. You are one of many souls who have incarnated at this time to help humanity through a significant evolutionary transition. Your individual healing contributes to collective healing. Your vibrational elevation contributes to the elevation of planetary consciousness. Your personal fulfillment contributes to the fulfillment of a much greater divine plan. Archangel Michael wants you to know that you are being prepared to become a spiritual leader. This does not mean being above others, but showing by your example that it is possible to live a transformed life that is fully aligned with higher purposes and free from the limitations that most people accept as inevitable. You will become living proof that real transformation and deep healing exist, and that everyone has the ability to transcend their circumstances and create a new reality. This will be the greatest gift you can offer to a world that desperately needs hope, inspiration, and examples of how to live an extraordinary life. If you feel that this message has touched your soul deeply, and that it resonates with a truth you have always known in your heart, I invite you to become part of this community of light. Subscribe to the channel to receive more messages like this, and to become part of a spiritual family of people who, like you, are awakening to their true identity and mission. Share in the comments which revelation impacted you the most, and tell us your story, your experiences, and your perceptions. Your participation strengthens the entire chain of light that we are forming together. You are much more than you realize, and your journey has only just begun.